Welcome to ComSpark. Today we are in Cincinnati, Ohio. My name is Olivia Kirry-Fuqua and I will be your guest host. I would like to welcome our guest, John Untener, the IT Director for Scroggins Grear.
Thank you.
Can you tell me about some of the challenges that you're facing as an IT leader within your organization?
One of the biggest ones would be cybersecurity. Over the past year, it's been reported 1 out of 10 URLs are malicious. 1 in 100 emails are hacking type emails. Security is becoming more and more needed, and it's going to be up to the employee, and education to the employee is going to be very critical.
So is your company, from an organizational level, supportive of communicating your cybersecurity policies across the organization?
They are, but it's difficult. You get responses from employees who just don't understand the threat completely. They say, well, we've got antivirus software already installed. What else do we need to do? Don't we have a firewall? Isn't that good enough? Plus, we use terms that they may not understand, like phishing or spoofing or zero-day, zombies. It just makes it difficult and challenging to educate.
So what are you all doing to make that process a little bit easier, a little bit more consumable to the lay person who's not a technical person, who's not in the technical group?
Yeah, we're trying to find more tools to help with the education. We're starting to use products like KnowBe4. KnowBe4 is a product that provides that education to the employees, constantly updating content on the latest threats, and even provides sample emails they'll go ahead and give to employees to see what they're understanding, see if it's catching things, seeing if the employee fully understands it. And then we get those reports back to understand whether we need to provide more training to our employees.
Awesome. And a lot of companies are also looking at cloud, and with cloud there comes some security risks as well. Are you all doing anything around cloud? And if so, what are you all doing to secure your environment and protect it while it's in the cloud?
We just recently moved the majority of our infrastructure into the cloud. All of our servers and desktops are now using infrastructure as a service. So I can happily say that I am out of the hardware business. Being a family-run business, sometimes it's difficult to always be on the latest and greatest technology and the latest, greatest hardware. But now with infrastructure as a service, we now have that opportunity. And we see that they can even provide better security than what we can do in-house.
That's awesome. And, too, a lot of customers and IT leaders are looking at cloud as a way to maybe mitigate or minimize some of the expenses. Like you said, maybe you can't implement the latest and greatest hardware. Do you feel like cloud allows you to take advantage of some of that later technology while reducing or at least keeping costs at a steady state?
We've actually seen a number of benefits since we've moved to there. Day one, we saw an increase in performance because, once again, we're on the latest and greatest technology. We only pay what we need. We're no longer having to buy additional hardware that we're not necessarily using to plan for growth. So I can do incremental growth at a much lower cost and make it strategic as the company grows. We get other benefits like disaster recovery is much more robust. These offerings have several different options that we can choose from, which allows us to have more flexibility. Plus, it gives flexibility to our customers, to our employees, I should say. Our employees now have access from anywhere at any time in order to access the system.
Well, it sounds like you guys are doing a lot of really, leading edge things. Any other initiatives or projects that you all are working on that you'd like to talk about today?
One of the things we're moving towards now is applications as a service. Why stop at infrastructure?
Yeah.
Are there applications out there that we no longer need to own or maintain? There's some easy ones out there like Office 365. Moving there, we no longer have to manage the Exchange environment or several of those collaboration tools. We're looking for other ways. We've moved a number of our accounting and tax systems into the cloud. The opportunity there is a lot of these services are now mature that we can leverage that technology. You have to think about security, you got to think about support, third-party integration. But several of these products now have built-in APIs that are very mature and allows you to build the flexibility that you need and also the customization that you need for those third-party integrations.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you joining us today and having you on the program. Thanks for taking the time to give us a little view into what you all are doing from a technology perspective at Scroggins Grear.
Well, thank you.
I would like to thank John for joining us today and for those listening to the interview. To learn more, go to comspark.tech.